Hi everyone, it's Alisa Tilsner here from Australia, and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So today we are going back to the lovely lily pad stamp set, and I'm going to show you a little bit of watercolouring, surprise surprise, but we're going to use shimmer paper today, and I'm going to try and give you some do's and don'ts maybe. So this is a card that we made at our craft group yesterday. And I also have a pink colorway to do, which is what I will be doing today. So this one, the coloring blended in quite well because we used Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, and they've got really great tonings to work together. But for today's card, I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo and Lovely Lipstick, which are two of the colors that are in the designer series paper that match the lovely lily pad. So, and as you can see, they're quite different in their color tonings. So I'm going to, just after watching the ladies in some of the ladies in my group yesterday, I'm going to try and show you perhaps what not to do. I did pick them up and correct them as we were going. So hopefully their coloring experience will be a little bit better. So I've stamped my two images, and I am on shimmer paper. I'm not sure whether you can see any of the shimmer going on, but we're going to get started, and I have stamped in Stays On. Okay, so using watercolor, so we want an alcohol black ink to go down. So I'm just going to squeeze the lid, and that's going to transfer my color. Okay, so I might do the what not to do first. Okay, so and I'm going to use this side here. So generally what I find is that the first layer of color may go down too heavy. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. I'm not going to color in the entire image because that will probably take too long, or I could zoom it up, and then that way you can see the real difference between. Okay, so that's the first mistake, is putting down the first color too heavy. So I will go ahead and finish coloring and come back in a sec. Okay, it looks good. I think it looks good, but I can tell you now that that is going to be far too heavy for the type of coloring that I want to do. And you can also see how long it actually took me to do, and you can see how much ink I have used on out of my lid. So I'm going to squeeze it again, just so I'm starting off with roughly the same amount. And now on this side, I'm going to show you how I prefer to colour. And I always put down, like, I'm not a professional, I just enjoy colouring, but I like to put down a watery base first. So you can see that I'm just going to drag that colour out and make it quite watery, and you can see how quick this colouring is going to be. So you can see I'm not even particularly fussy, and it's taking me a super quick time. So one pickup, whoops, just went out the line. Never mind, it's just a practice. I cut these out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can see the difference between the two now. Okay, so that's how I prefer, and you saw how quick that was too. Like, I didn't even have to speed that up. The first layer was super quick. Okay, coming down with our second layer, and I'll be using Lovely Lipstick. So again, I'm going to squeeze my ink pad together. I want a little bit more concentrated color than that. Sometimes even putting a drop of re-inker in there just to get some really good concentrated color is fantastic. So now I've got a lot of concentration. Now the biggest thing I find that I have witnessed is grabbing too much ink to start with. So I've seen some of my, and I'm not going to name them, but they know because I pulled them up yesterday, is to go like that and pick up a huge amount of color and then try and color in over the top of that, and putting too much color on and then sort of going like that, which doesn't look too bad, but when you're picking up lots and lots of color all the time and putting it on too heavy and too thick, and not wiping your like not I clean off after every one and come back and blend, but when you're not doing that and you're picking up too much ink, you can't actually do that. So you can see how much I'm getting down, and it's very wet and there's not a lot of control over it. So you can see how wet that is. So when you try and come back and blend it, there's nothing left to really blend into, if you get what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to go and do this one. I'm just going to squeeze this again because I don't like the big watery that I've got. So doing my second colour, I'm really going to wipe off all of that colour that is saturated onto my brush and try and get my brush as dry as I possibly can. Then I'm just going to pick up, and this is how much I'm going to pick up, okay? Do you see? That's completely different to what I just had. And then I am only going to put it, might need a little bit more than that, but I only touch it in, and then I'm just going to put it on the bottom quarter. Wipe off my pen and then come back. You can get a little bit more. This way you can build up rather than be too full. You can build up and go lightly. So and this little one here, I'll do that whole piece because it's an outside edge. Just do a little bit around there, wipe off your pen, come back and blend. So it will give a softer look, but as I said, you can just build up your colour. There's no need to put on as much ink on your brush. So I'm just gonna, I will finish this one, or part of it. I'll try and do as much as what I've done on this one so that we can compare the two. Okay, so you can give you a little bit of an idea of what the two will look like when they're finished. I'll bring in, because I have got half my pink colour made, but I haven't got them all made. So that's by going lightly first with your first colour wash, and then really coming in with some deep tones, and then cleaning the brush off and wiping between each one. So you can see that that one will end up looking similar to that one, and not that one. So if you are struggling with your blending, go a little bit lighter and use less. And also my lily pad that I did, this one was Granny Apple Green with a little bit of garden green at the edges here, at the rounds, and then bringing that colour into the centre and then that colour into the centre. So I hope that gives you a few little tips. I will get my pink card made so that I can share that as well. Hopefully that's given you a few little tips on how to improve your colouring if you are struggling. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I just really enjoy colouring, and it brings me a lot of enjoyment, and I just love it. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please subscribe, like, all that sort of stuff on all the media platforms. If you're after any of the Stampin' Up product and you are in Australia, then please contact me. I can give you a hand in helping you get started. And another thing, because I always forget to do these things and promote myself, if you'd love to join my team, I would love to have you, and so you can get in contact with me as well about that. Okay, now I'm going. See you later.